Welcome to Lesson 10 in Module 3, Leveraging the Facebook Toolset. Today, talking all about retargeting. What I want to do is show you how you can multiply your ROI and 4 reasons you have to be using retargeting. Next, we're going to look at a simple 3-step process for how to retarget. I'm also going to give you some retargeting examples, and finally, we're going to tie up this lesson with some general retargeting best practices. So first of all, multiply your ROI with retargeting. We're going to look at 4 essential reasons that you have to be using retargeting anytime you run Facebook ads. First of all, the people who click but did not convert should be viewed as highly valuable to you. Retargeting them is literally like picking low-hanging fruit. Remember that the number one reason that people don't take action is timing. So give them another try and try to capitalize on timing another time. Another reason people may not have converted is they might not have been familiar with you and your brand and your offer. But when they see you and your brand and your offer a second time, they're familiar with you and they're much more likely to convert in a retargeting ad. The second reason you have to use retargeting is because it allows you to have an even more specific call to action. Remember, specificity drives response. These people are familiar with you, they're familiar with your content, and this is the best possible way to re-engage them and get them to opt in. The third reason you have to use retargeting is because retargeting allows you to be less reliant on your funnel. Email open rates are going down every single day, and getting people to digest the really good content inside of our funnels is harder today than it's ever been before. Well, now you don't have to rely strictly on email. Now you have another way to deliver content to them. We showed in our custom audience lesson the different ways that you can fill in the gaps of your funnel with retargeting. Let's say, for instance, you have a 3-part video series. Rather than strictly relying on your emails to deliver that video series, you can literally create custom audience to mirror the sequence you're delivering the emails with and send those same videos to people with retargeting ads. Finally, the last reason is because retargeting is very, very cheap. Let's just say, for instance, you've got a page that has 100 conversions on it. If that page is converting around 30%, that means that there are 700 people who got to the page but didn't convert. If your cost per 1,000 impressions is $20, it'll cost you less than $20 to send an ad to every single person who got to your page but didn't convert. So now that we understand the 4 reasons we have to be using retargeting, now we need to understand how to actually do it. What I want to give you are 3 simple steps to follow so that you can retarget everybody when you should. First of all, create a custom audience for the people that you want to target. Here are a few ideas. First of all, people who clicked to your landing page but did not convert. Also, people who opted in but didn't take whatever your next step is, if you're trying to give them an upsell or if you have an additional call to action, if you want them to view your content. Whatever that next step is, retargeting is an excellent way to capture those people and push them back into engagement. The third idea here is for people who viewed specific pages on your website. Let's say that you're trying to schedule either in-person or online consultations. Anybody who gets that consultation page probably has some sort of interest in meeting with you and connecting with you. Sending a simple retargeting ad to get them back to that page and giving them another reason to schedule that consultation has enormous value on it. If you're selling things directly through your website and people got to your purchase page and they didn't buy, send them a retargeting ad and get them back to that purchase page. If you have multiple products and people viewed a specific product on your page, set up a retargeting audience for people who got to that product page and keep it running all the time. Get people back onto that product page so that they can buy. So the first step in retargeting is simply creating a custom audience. If you need to review that lesson, go back inside this module, find the custom audience lesson, and just start building those custom audiences. The second thing you're going to need to do is create a new campaign with clicks to website objective. Now you might be scratching your head saying, Jonathan, we want these people to convert, so why would we run a clicks to website campaign? Well, remember, if you're retargeting people who already went through a conversion campaign and just didn't take that action, Facebook has already told us that these people are not only within our ideal audience, but they also are likely to convert. We don't necessarily need to discriminate again and try to make it harder to get that retargeting ad to them. So using the clicks to website objective will allow Facebook to deliver that ad more indiscriminately. So I always recommend anytime you're running retargeting ads, use the clicks to website objective to get it to as many of those people as possible. Finally, the last thing you're going to need to do is write an ad that's related and be sure to reference their previous interaction with you. And we'll get more into this on our next slide when we talk about some actual retargeting examples. So this first ad that I've got here is for a live financial planning event that I did in Cincinnati a couple months ago. Now, most financial advisors that do these types of workshops don't charge anything for it. In this particular example, it's a 6-hour course that happens over 2 days, and we charge $59 for people to come. So as you can imagine, the cost per conversion on this sort of campaign is higher than on a normal free event. Well, obviously there were plenty of people who clicked on this ad but didn't actually convert, so I chased all those people around with the following retargeting ad. I'm just going to read this copy with you here together. It says, there's still time to register, and now there's a way to save. Use coupon code SAVE10 for $10 off registration for the University of Cincinnati's COM University course on retirement planning. Baby boomers will learn the 3 essential things to prepare for the new retirement. Click here to register and save now. So what I did with the copy here is, first of all, I used a little bit of pattern interrupt, but I added a new element to it. I tried to re-reference what they had already done. I said there's still time to register. So first of all, it's going to pop off the page to them because it's a little bit in your face, but it also is kind of re-referencing the behavior they already had. You thought about registering, but now there's still time to register. And then I give them another reason to respond now. I said, now there's a way to save. Now in that second bit of text there, I'm not so much selling the program so much as I'm talking about the discount. I'm saying use coupon code to save 10. You can see in the image, I also have the $10 off, and in the headline, I also have the $10 off and the coupon code. So 3 different times in there, I'm giving them an additional reason to take action now, while at the same time re-referencing their behavior in the past. And the last thing I want to point out about these 2 ads is you can see that visually they're very similar. Not only does this really jive with the branding that the University of Cincinnati has done, it looks exactly like the ad they already clicked on, and it also looks a lot like the page that they already got to. So I'm trying to reinforce the familiarity they have with this brand, and specifically with this live event. The third example here is from a company called Plated. Plated is one of these companies that ships a whole box of ingredients to your door with instructions so you can create a really nice meal without having to do a lot of preparation. Now I was doing some research on different companies like this, mainly Plated and another one called Blue Apron, and Plated did a really good job of retargeting me. After I went to their website, this ad appeared in my newsfeed. It says, haven't tried Plated yet? For a limited time, we're giving new customers their first box free. Just pay shipping and handling. Each box contains 4 meals of your choice from our menu. So again, they're reinforcing the action I've already taken because they're saying you haven't tried Plated yet. They're also using imagery that they had exactly on their landing page, so I'm familiar with this brand and the look of the ad. And then finally, they've put in their headline down below, click here for free meals. So they're reinforcing that, giving me another reason to take action now. The other thing I really like about what they did in their copy is they said for a limited time. So they're using that element of scarcity, not just why you should respond, but why you should respond right now. So now that we've looked at some examples, I want to give you some general retargeting best practices or rules of thumb. First of all, use familiar imagery, either from your initial ad or from the page they already viewed. This is something we just touched on with the examples, but make sure you try to capitalize on the familiarity they already have with you. Second of all, reference specific actions that they have taken. Now, don't get creepy with this. You don't want to say something like, on this day and this time you clicked on this page and you didn't buy it, so you need to go buy it now. But at the same time, you want to reinforce whatever action they had done. Remind them of their interest or whatever particular behavior they had started. The third thing you're going to want to do is always use the clicks to website campaign. Facebook has already served them a conversion ad. Now we just want to hit them again with another ad, and we don't necessarily need to reaffirm that they are converters. We already know they're likely converters, so now we just want to serve it to as many people that fall into this audience as possible. The final thing here is use it. That's it, just use it. Retargeting has the potential to massively increase your ROI. You could literally turn a bad campaign into a really good campaign if you successfully leverage retargeting. In fact, some of the specimen campaigns I gave you earlier where you're delivering blog posts and then retargeting those people with conversion ads in a retargeting campaign, the entire point of running that first campaign is simply to get those pixels so that you can reinforce their behavior and retarget them for conversions. So always keep in mind, even if your campaign doesn't go exactly the way you want it to, you can use retargeting to leverage the familiarity people have with you and give them another opportunity to convert. And we gave some on-screen examples inside the custom audience lesson to show you exactly how to build these retargeting audiences. If you need to, go back, watch that lesson one more time, and then I'd encourage you to just start building those audiences out. Even if you don't run ads to them immediately, get familiar with building custom audiences, and then running a specific ad to those people is really just a couple clicks away. So I hope this lesson has been valuable to you. You understand the value of retargeting and exactly how to do it, including some best practices, and you can use these examples. I'd encourage you to just go out there, start implementing, and I wish you all the best creating high converting Facebook retargeting ads.